Menopause is a pretty major event that women go through, but there's a lot that we don't talk about. Women's health is unfortunately not always the most heavily covered content online as well within the medical community. But that's not the case on this channel. Today, we are going to talk about some of the lesser known facts about menopause, as well as going over some of the symptoms, since many women have no idea they are even going through menopause until they seek professional help. So with all of that in mind, here are 10 things nobody tells you about menopause symptoms. Number 1, your heart may start to skip a beat. And it has nothing to do with love. Menopause symptoms can be super minor or sometimes quite serious. Our first entry may seem minor, but its effects are something you definitely will want to be on the lookout for. Your heart skipping a beat might seem like a sweet thing when you see it on TV or in the movies, but in real life, it's a very different story. People going through menopause will often experience heart palpitations, and this can be for one of two reasons. Either your hormonal changes are causing this irregularity, or you actually have developed a heart issue. The latter is rare, but still can happen to anyone. So thankfully, there's a way to sort of check. If the palpitations cause you to feel weak, have hard-type breathing, or last for more than a few minutes, then you are probably suffering from an actual heart issue. Nisha Goldberg, a women's health specialist and MD at NYU, recommends that you get your heart checked out if you are at all concerned with this symptom. And it's usually pretty simple to get the problem resolved quickly. Number 2, you could start to feel less social. When you go through a hormonal change, which menopause definitely is, you may experience more psychological and emotional issues than you might expect. While the topics of hot flashes or night sweats are common knowledge for most people, many of us overlook the very real emotional issues that can come out during menopause. One of the stranger ones that women experience is feeling less social and more introspective. Dr. Goldberg urges women not to interpret this feeling as depression, since it is a very different experience altogether. She describes menopause as a deeply introspective journey, and one that should be honored when you go through it. You might just go through changes for the better coming out of menopause, and that's perfectly okay. Since the change is initiated by something outside of your control, a common reaction for people is to dismiss their feelings or newfound desires, but that not might be a warranted reaction. Attempting to confront these new feelings before even thinking about dismissing them is important, at least in the eyes of specialist Dr. Goldberg. Number 3, you will be more sensitive to hormones and may have to change your diet. Since your body is trying to find its new normal from a hormonal perspective, the last thing you are going to want to do is push another hormonal imbalance. Our diets can do this though, as things like pesticides in our vegetables or hormones in our meat can mess with us even when we aren't going through menopause. When you are, all of this gets amplified and your body can get really sensitive when you introduce new hormones. It might be the perfect time to focus more on your diet or go green, as some people would call it. Try to eliminate any pesticides from your food and maybe even keep a notebook or diary to keep track of your reaction to different foods. You can spot trends this way and stay away from the meals giving you a hard time. Number 4, hot flashes can last for a long time. Despite the term used, hot flashes can actually extend for long stretches of time, and unfortunately are about as bad as advertised. Hot flashes also tend to gang up on people more towards the night, which is why night sweats in women are so common around this time in their lives. A good way to try to fight against hot flashes is to turn the AC on when you go to bed, or get a more breathable blanket that doesn't trap hot air quite as much. These options can be helpful, but honestly, the best option for you might not work at all for someone else. Experimenting with tactics until you find the best one might be the best way to deal with hot flashes. Number 5, your hair may start to thin. One of the worst symptoms that you may experience during menopause is the thinning of your hair. You may not even notice it at first, but it may be the reason you start to have more trouble with your hair. Your hair could become dry and brittle, which may cause some concern on your part. This happens because your hormones are fluctuating a lot, as menopause can cause general dryness throughout your body. Avoiding chemical treatments and sticking to shampoo and conditioner that is designed for dry hair should help with this issue, but it's also important to understand that it will all work out. Most women are able to keep their hair strong and as thick as possible, but it will just take some work on your end to take care of it. Thinning hair is inevitable, and it happens to almost everyone as they age. But at least you can still take care of it and aren't really in danger of losing it. Number 6, you may want to sleep a lot more than you used to. Menopause and sleep have a complicated relationship. When you are going through menopause, there are so many factors that will keep you from getting it, like the night sweats, hot flashes, and nausea that are all common symptoms of menopause. Despite all of that, you are going to want to crave sleep more than ever in the way of napping. Most of us love a good nap, but you may really be surprised to find out how much you crave them when you are going through menopause. This has to do with the lack of rest you are getting at night, but it's still a really interesting change that shocks a lot of women when they experience it. Number 7. You may become a little airheaded. For some women, menopause can seem a little bit like a teenage phase all over again. That's because your hormones are once again going bananas inside of your body, and it may actually affect your ability to remember things. The hormone changes paired with the bodily changes and stress you are going through may contribute to the fuzziness in your mind. But as of now, that's more theory than fact. Whatever the reason is, many people find it puzzling or even a little odd how their thinking can change so much during menopause. Even the most put-together person may experience some mental lapses while going through menopause, but at least it doesn't affect your health in any real way. Your mental abilities should also return shortly after menopause ends and your body is able to get back to normal. Number 8. You might experience vaginal dryness. Vaginal dryness is a really common symptom of menopause and one that you may have to monitor as you go through it. This symptom can cause some discomfort and itchiness, and you should consult your doctor if you are looking for ways to alleviate these symptoms. Vaginal dryness can result as the elasticity of the vaginal tissues are weakening, leading to the lack of blood flow and eventual dryness that a lot of women experience. You also aren't getting quite as much estrogen during menopause, as your body slowly starts to shift away from it. This could also lead to that same dryness and could be something to keep your eye on even if you have made it through menopause. Thankfully, as this is a very common issue for women to experience, there are a number of options, both medical and otherwise, that you can try out to help solve the problem and eliminate any discomfort. Number 9. You could gain some weight. Out of all the symptoms that we mentioned on this list, usually the weight gain aspect is one that people tend to focus on the most. Menopause and any weight gain may be tied together. True, but this definitely is not a symptom that the majority of women experience. Here, the hormones that regulate fullness may not operate as well after the estrogen levels drop, and generally it is sort of hard to gauge how anyone's body may react to extreme hormonal changes. Number 10. Your skin may become very dry. The estrogen you had been getting for years helped you to keep your skin moisturized, and during menopause, you may start to experience some side effects from losing those high estrogen levels. Many women experience skin dryness during menopause, and the level to which this may affect you can fluctuate from person to person. The collagen in your body is going to have a harder time staying healthy when estrogen levels drop, and the healthy oils in your skin might not be as effective or plentiful either. Taking lotions or supplements can help restore the youthfulness of your face and skin, but this is one symptom that requires a bit of work to maintain. Do you have any other symptoms of menopause that you feel don't get discussed nearly enough? There are plenty out there, so make sure to mention one in the comments below. Here are 2 more videos you might find interesting. Feel free to choose the one you like. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends, and for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to the channel.